Hey, and welcome to the $20 double. In this channel, we've started with a $20 investment, and I'm trying to see how many times I can double that. So far in the previous 10 videos, I've managed to double it one time. So to reiterate, we started with $20, and right now we have a little bit over 40. You can see that if you take a look at our money amount over here. So today's video is a little different. In the past, I've always made my money off of Bitcoin. But given everything that's been happening with in Reddit, and let me just say that I've been a Redditor for over 10 years, and I've never been as inspired as I was this last week, especially with GameStonk and how we're trying to make these hedge fund people pay a lot of money for the ways that they've treated the regular folks like you and me in the past. And it seems to be working, and I'm in awe, and I love it. So a lot of people are not only holding GameStonk, but they're holding AMC, and in the crypto world, they're holding DOGECOIN, which, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, Dodge or Dog, but whatever it is, it's cute, I love it, and it's extremely volatile, much more volatile than Bitcoin. So I will be trading that today with caution, and it's so volatile that I believe that I might even have the chance to double my investment again with like very few trades, maybe one or two or three, who knows. But anyways, yeah, so if you look up here, you can see that we have our DOGECOIN there, and we used to have the Bitcoin, but no, today is a DOGECOIN, and who knows, it might stay that way because I'm seeing a lot of possibility in this market, and it's dangerous, but I kind of like it so far. So let me show you what I've charted so far in the DOGECOIN price action. So DOGECOIN pumped up a lot. A lot of you probably bought up here. A lot of you probably bought over here, and you're feeling a little unmotivated right now. It's taken a huge dip, and you're wondering, like, you know, should I take my money out? In my opinion, this is not financial advice because I have not studied this professionally by any means. But in my opinion, I think that if you hold, you will come out victorious in the end. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I see in this price action right now and how I'm planning on trading this in the immediate term. So this line of resistance that I've plotted right here in the price action is probably the most significant thing about this price so far. If I zoom in here, you can see that on the way up, we touched it a few times, even a candle wick perfectly to it. That's what you want to see, like a candle wick perfectly to it multiple times. It really confirms that this is real and not just something that you're making up. And then when we do blow past it, we blow way past it, and then we come down, we wick down below it once, and then you can see that there's actually a second candle wick that comes down and touches it perfectly. And then we dip below it for a bit. We have a few candle wicks which again come up and touch it, and then we go above, and then, you know, so it goes above and below, and we have multiple occasions, we have many wicks that come down and touch it perfectly, or price action that just hovers around it. And right now, what I do believe that we're doing, it seems to be like we're forming this triangle in price action. We've popped up and touched this resistance here twice already, which, you know, ideally I'd like to see at least 3 before a break up to the upside or to the downside, but we have 2 so far. And then we have all this past resistance, which, you know, helps me confirm this. And then on the bottom side, you can clearly see that this bottom line of resistance here is real, because we've touched it once, twice, 3, 4, and, you know, depending on how you move this, you could technically say that, oh, maybe more, or, you know, we're just having these few wicks below. But I'd rather play it safe, and I'd rather say that this is something like this. So additional to this, I also am charting on the DPO, which I love to do. I find that charting on the DPO is great for day trading. And I'm assuming that most of you on Reddit are just holders. You just buy and you hold. And one of the purposes for this video is not only to motivate you, to not make you, to make you believe that it's not all gone. You haven't lost your investment. It's not, you didn't just FOMO in at the wrong time, because, honestly, maybe you did. But I want to encourage you to know that you have other options out there. They say that trading stocks and cryptocurrencies these days, they say that it's the newest video game. And it's kind of true. And it's a difficult video game at that. It's really difficult. It takes a long time to learn to do it well, at least. But I find it fascinating and I love it, and that's why I do it. So if we look at the DPO here, we can see that we also have this this narrowing triangle. And in my past trades, whenever I have a triangle forming on the DPO like this, it has played out so beautifully, and usually it's given me a really good trade. So it does make me happy that we are forming a triangle both on price action and the DPO. And so if you wanted to see some additional information, you can see that it seems like we were putting in a triangle earlier, and the reason we have this price action to the downside is basically because this triangle broke to the downside. So you can see that there's another triangle there, and once we broke below it, we had a pretty heavy dip. And so there's the possibility that this new smaller triangle that we're putting in now could break to the downside again. And if it does, keep in mind that what I do on this channel is not simply buy and sell Dogecoin. When I first started out trading with Bitcoin, that's what I used to do. I used to try to sell high and buy low, and it was very difficult. It was extremely difficult, and I spent a lot of time doing that and not really getting anywhere. But I learned a lot, which is the most important part, and it's the biggest takeaway. But I trade differently now. I take positions now. I either take a short or I take a long. If I think that the market's about to fall in the immediate term, I will take a short position. I will make money off that position and then reverse it, once I think we've hit the bottom. And likewise on the long. If this is going to break to the upside, I'm going to take a long position. I'm going to make money off of this, and then once I think that we're hitting resistance, I will sell that position. So you can see that triangles, for those of you that are unfamiliar with technical analysis, triangles, especially in the cryptocurrency world, are magnificent to play off of, because most of the time it is not imaginary. It's a true signal that many people are reacting to, and for that reason you can trade, and you can trade successfully. So yeah, let me delete this for now. And so yeah, so we have this smaller triangle here, and I will keep you guys updated once I believe it's about to, or it is breaking on either one, either price action or the DPO, to the up or the downside. And for me personally, I hope the DPO breaks first, because when the DPO breaks first, it takes people longer to realize it. So if it takes people longer to realize it, it gives me more time to think it out, jump into this position, and then and basically that and ride it whichever way it goes. So I will keep you updated. Thank you. Hey, welcome back. So we're currently on the bottom side of this range here. We're pushing up against it. It didn't make sense to me that the DPO was just in the middle of nowhere, so I charted another line here, which seems to be a more validating point of resistance on the bottom side, because the one that I had before, we only had 2 touches. So I will treat this bottom line here as the exception, and I think that on this top bottom resistance line we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one seems more legitimate. So here we are again. we're trying to push down below it. We might break out of this. So if we break out of this to the downside, just to be clear, I will be shorting my whole investment, which right now is $40. Okay, so it looks like we're getting a confirmed break to the downside. So, you know, YOLO. So for those of you who haven't watched my videos before, and I'm assuming it's pretty much everyone since I basically only have one viewer, my general philosophy is don't be afraid to take profits, even if they're not that big. Because some profit is always better than losing money, and when you have profits, you can add it to your investment, and you can have it for tomorrow to trade tomorrow. So with that, you keep accumulating and your investment keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the asset, whatever you're trading, most likely it will always be there the next day. So don't be afraid to take profits. Right now I seem to be making pretty decent profits so far, about an 8 to 9% return. Do I think it's gonna fall a little bit more? Yeah, I do. I'm going to wait for it to fall a little bit more. So that being said, I might also want to put a stop loss on this, because I don't want this thing to be a false breakout, which happens from time to time. It's not that uncommon. A false breakout basically means that it looks like it's going one way, and then for whatever reason it's pumped to the other side, and it reverses. And instead of making money, you lose it, even though I'm making money right now. So I think that I will put in a stop loss on this. Alright, so I've set my stop loss just around here, so just in case this bounce does go higher, it will activate my stop loss. I'll make a profit of about $6, which is decent. Okay everyone, so I am just about ready to close this position. I think that it's very likely that we still do have a little bit more room to the downside here, especially because we haven't gotten that bounce that we've been looking for in the DPO. But this bounce might come so quick, or it might come a little bit sooner than you expect. And because of that, I don't want to miss out on a chance to get pretty decent profits. So if we take a look at our trade, I'm making about $24, $25 on this one trade, which is 67% of my entire investment, which this is what I mean that DOGECOIN at the moment is way more volatile than Bitcoin, because for me to get this same exact profit margin on Bitcoin, the size of the size of the price action would have to be so extreme, and it would take much longer than what this has taken, which has been like barely anything. I've been here for like 10 minutes since I activated this trade, maybe a little bit more, I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting ready to take profit. I'm not sure if we want to go lower or not, but I really, maybe I shouldn't get so greedy. Maybe I should just take it as it is right now, which is 73%. It's pretty great. Let's see. Is it going to go lower? It's going to go a little bit lower, it looks like. And look, we're getting very close to the bounce here on the DPO. So, can we call it 30 even? Yes, we will. Right there. Successful. Okay, great. So I have done my first trade on DOGECOIN, and my earnings for this last trade, it takes a little bit to come in. Look at that, $30.08. So that's my biggest trade by far. My biggest trade on Bitcoin was this last one that you see here. It was $6.55. So I just made basically five times that in like a fraction of the time on DOGECOIN. So it just comes to show. Listen, I know a lot of you are probably panicking right now. I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as I can, but this video serves to let you know that you do have options. There are things you can do to either mitigate your loss if you are going to lose, or to earn you money as I just did in a market that's falling. You do have options. So with that, I am so happy that this is the way that my video, my first video on DOGECOIN turned out. And it would really help me guys out if you guys would either subscribe, like, comment on this video. That's just the way the YouTube algorithm works. So it would help me out if you did that. Thank you. And so there's nothing to it but to update our total money amount. So let's do that. So we have $70.42. So here we have $70.42. Great, we've done that. And there's actually one more thing to do, which I wasn't planning on doing right now, but it looks like I will be. So it looks like we're gonna be showing this guy, and then we have one more which I just duplicated because I wasn't ready for it, and it looks a little messy right now, but we started off with a $20 investment and we currently have tripled that, and hopefully many more to come. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.